You're out at a restaurant with your child. For about 10 minutes, it is wonderful. And then it begins. The wiggling, the standing on the seat, the voice getting louder. The fork hits the floor. The drink follows. And you feel it before you see it. The table next to you, turning to look. That hot prickle on the back of your neck. Everyone is watching. So you reach for the one thing that works. The phone. You slide it across the table, and finally, silence. We have all done it. There is no shame in it. But now, picture a family at a restaurant in Japan. Same-age children. A long, slow meal. And the kids just sit, calm, content, no tablet anywhere. So, what is going on? Are Japanese kids just born quieter? No, it is not the child. It is three things their parents do completely differently, and not one of them is a screen. Let me start with the hardest truth in this video. When you hand over the phone, you do get silence today. But here is what you're quietly teaching, meal after meal, that a restaurant isn't a place to learn how to behave. It is a place to be switched off until the food comes. The phone buys you peace tonight and charges you for it at every single dinner after. Because the skill of sitting through a meal never gets a chance to grow. Japanese parents take a different path, a harder one at first, but one that gives them, eventually, something priceless. A child you can actually take anywhere. Let's get into how. The first one is the deepest, because it is not a trick, it is a worldview. In the West, here is our quiet assumption when we eat out. We paid for this meal. We have a right to be here. And if my kid is a little loud, well, that is just kids being kids. The restaurant can deal with it, and there is a kind of logic to that. But notice what the child absorbs. The child learns that this space revolves around them. In Japan, there is an idea woven into almost everything. Meiwaku, or kakenai. It means, roughly, don't cause trouble for others. Don't be the reason someone else's evening is worse. From very young, Japanese children are gently taught a simple awareness. There are other people here, and their evening matters too. This isn't taught with lectures. It is taught with quiet reminders. Other people are eating. Let's use our inside voice. See that couple over there? They came for a quiet dinner, just like us. It sounds small, but it changes how a child sees a restaurant, not as a playground that happens to have food, but as a shared room full of other people who can feel them. A child who knows others are real, behaves differently, naturally. So before the manners, before the rules, the first gift is simply teaching. There are other people here. The second habit is the one that quietly prevents most of the chaos. Junbi. It means preparation, and the calm Japanese meal is set up long before anyone sits down. Here is what a Western restaurant trip often looks like. We arrive with nothing, an excited, maybe hungry, maybe tired child, dropped into a strange room with a long wait and no plan. Of course, it falls apart. We set it up too. Japanese parents tend to arrive ready. A small bag with a few quiet things. A little notebook and crayons. A tiny picture book. A small familiar toy. Nothing electronic. Things that let a child be quietly busy with their hands. And just as important, they prepare the child, not just the bag. On the way in, calmly, they set the expectation. We're going to sit and eat together. You can draw while we wait for the food. We use quiet voices inside. Okay, a child who knows what is coming and what is expected walks in settled instead of overwhelmed. And here is the key difference from the phone. A notebook keeps the hands busy, but leaves the mind awake. The child still hears the conversation, still glances around, still slowly absorbs how to be at a table. The screen does the opposite. It removes them from the room entirely. One keeps them learning. The other just switches them off. So before your next meal out, pack a tiny, quiet bag and have the little talk on the way in. Half the battle is won before you ever sit down. Let me pause here for a second. Be honest with me, because you're truly not alone in this. Have you ever handed over the phone just to survive a meal out? Almost every parent has. The pressure is real. Type a yes in the comments if you've been there. Let's see how many of us are fighting the exact same dinner. The third habit is the one we forget because it points back at us. Mihon. It means a model, an example, something to copy. And Japanese parents understand something we often miss. A child at a table is studying you, constantly, not listening to what you say, watching what you do. So here is the quiet, uncomfortable question. At dinner, where are your eyes? If we want a child to sit, be present, and connect over a meal, but we spend that meal glancing at our own phones, the child receives the real lesson, loud and clear. This is what we do at a table. We disappear into a screen. You cannot hand a child a phone to keep them quiet while scrolling your own and expect them to learn presence. Japanese parents tend to model the very thing they want. They put their own phone away. They actually talk at dinner. They make eye contact. They taste the food and talk about it. They make the meal itself feel like the good part. And the child, watching, slowly learns that a meal is something you join, not something you wait out. So the third habit isn't about your child at all. It is about becoming yourself, the calm and present person you're hoping they'll one day be. So let's bring it together. The calm Japanese restaurant meal isn't luck, and it isn't a quieter child. It is Meiwaku o kakenai, teaching gently that other people are here too. It is Junbi, setting the meal up to succeed before you sit down. And it is Mihon, being the present, screen-free example yourself. None of this means your child will sit perfectly through every dinner. They won't. They're a child, and some nights are just hard. And it doesn't mean you can never use a screen. Life happens, but the goal was never a silent child. The goal is a child who slowly learns that a restaurant is a shared place, and that they can handle it. Here is the real shift I hope you take with you. Every meal you get through without the screen, even a messy one, is a meal your child spent learning instead of switched off. You're not just surviving dinner. You're slowly raising someone you'll be able to take anywhere. If this helped, tell me one thing in the comments. Which feels hardest for you? The awareness, the preparation, or the example? I read every single one. And if you want more calm ideas like this, subscribe to Mochi School. We make these videos for parents in the middle of the hard moments. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy your next meal out.